I got kicked out of school for being pretty. Hey, my name is Lisa. I grew up as normal child, I could say, even though my dad left me and my mom when I was still a kid. But my mom is always so good at protecting me. We can count on each other. But at the age of 14, trouble started to come around. Boys at school always stared at me and whisper something with each other. I just thought that they think that I just look funny. I told my mom about it, and she said I was too pretty for my own good. Why being pretty can be a bad thing? I had no idea. Anyway, since then, she made me wear ugly clothes, which covered up my body and face so that guys could be less interested in me. She also told me all the stories about what happened to girls who went out at night and guys could do to them. So I never went out for a party or anything like that. And even to this day, I've never been to a single party or event after 5 p.m. You might think that being pretty made me one of the popular girls in school, but that wasn't the case. Most girls didn't like me. They said I was arrogant and stuck up. And there was one time when my mom allowed me to wear tight jeans, and all girls shamed me and called me a slut. I did have one good friend though. Her name was Maria. And she never seemed to care what other people thought of her. She was really into comic books and stuff like that, even though the other kids said it was dumb. Anyways, one day, I went to bedroom and caught Taya and Rachel and some other popular girls writing some really nasty things about Marie in lipstick on the wall. I told them they were chicks and went to clean it off. But then they all circled around me saying things like, "Oh, little Miss Pretty thinks she's better than us. Better watch your back, you won't be pretty forever." I was seriously scared, but I could have never guessed what they did next. The following day, they wrote on the walls again, this time calling one of our teachers ugly. Then they went to our principal, Mr. Clayton, and told him they'd seen me writing the graffiti onto the bedroom walls. Next, I got called into Mr. Clayton's office. I tried to tell him I didn't do that. I didn't even own a lipstick. But when he shut my bag and found the lipstick, I knew the other girls had put it into my bag. Of course, I tried to explain him being set up, but he didn't believe me and said I needed to learn that just because I was pretty didn't mean I could call other people ugly and do whatever I wanted. Afterwards, he suspended me for 1 whole week from school. I was furious because I was being punished even though I'd only tried to defend my best friend. I don't want to complain though. I know a lot of people have much bigger problems to deal with, and most of the time being pretty makes your life easier. And about my suspend, my mom trusted me without even asking twice, which kinda warmed my heart. Recently though, I had another problem. I am working in sales and I have a female boss. Even though I made the most sales in my department, I was the only one who didn't get a bonus. When I asked my boss why, he told me I had a bad attitude, needed to be more of a team player. I had no idea what she's talking about, but I was suspecting that she was actually as jealous of my looks. That's why I went to her boss, Mr. Jones. I explained him that I didn't get a bonus and I thought it wasn't fair. He agreed and overruled my boss's decision. But now I wish I hadn't said anything. She's been making my life hell because last week I had to work overtime every single day. That's why I'm already looking for a new job, and yesterday I had my first interview and I was lucky because the interviewer was a guy and he seemed to like me. So maybe my looks will actually help me get a new job. And yeah, that was my story about why being pretty is so bad for me. Thank you for listening.